We've just completed setting up the lab environment. So moving on, let's go to the next section, which is landing page. But very quickly, let me also show you about log analytics page. Just copy and open a new tab. And as you can see that when the page is loaded, there is a pre-configured query, which basically selects the current namespace. And you can start streaming the logs. Uh, as of now, we don't see anything yet, but so this will help us look at the logs as they arrive. Okay, and let's start with the landing page. Okay, so let's start running these series of commands. Essentially, landing page is uh, basically a starting point from where you can go to different parts of the Camunda installation, like operator, console, key clock admin, and so on. So this is just a custom page that we've created. All right, so we've deployed a page. We've deployed the landing page component, and let's see the browser. Just open the browser and see the landing page. As of now, the landing page is not accessible, and we're still in the process of deploying the Camunda 8 application. So this is an expected behavior. We may see an error at this step, but we'll continue with the process. Um, and at a later point, just before deploy sample app, um, after we complete this Camunda step, we should be able to see our app. But for now, let's move on to the next step, which is Elastic. Okay, so we need access to Docker credentials. Um, so at this time, I'm going to run these individually. Okay, you need to replace and put your appropriate account information. So my user ID is this. Okay, and the access token. So what I'm going to do is create an access token, and let's use that token. All right, so this is my user ID. If I go to account settings, um, this is the email ID, and let's create a token for today's exercise. Okay, so we put the username, email address, and the token, and we're going to run the rest of the commands here. So we should see something like login succeeded. This is just making sure that there are no copy paste errors, and that's the reason for this additional check. And the secrets are now created. So let's move on to the second step. Elasticsearch requires some certificates. So we're going to run a makefile to basically generate the certificates, and we'll attach those custom certificates to our Elasticsearch instance. Okay, let's keep an eye on the script. Okay, we can ignore this error. Um, it seems fine. All right, we need to make sure that the certificates are created. Okay, but for now, let's move on to the next step. Okay, so Elasticsearch should start uh, coming up here in our namespace. Okay, so you can see this is our static um, web application, the landing page, um, and this is the Elasticsearch uh, related deployment. Okay, this container is being created, and as you can see here, this step may take about 3 to 5 minutes. And ideally, if everything runs smoothly, and we should see running status against the Elasticsearch component. So let's go back to Kubernetes dashboard, and we can keep an eye on this. It's about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, now we can see the pod is up and running, and this concludes the Elasticsearch installation step.